Okay guys, I'm here today with Mica Galvao. Huge honor for me. I think at this point everybody knows who he is, the youngest person to win the worlds in history and the one who is coming up right now winning everything. And he's gonna show us here one of his favorite arm bars. And guys, if you watch him competing, many times you're watching the match and then in 1 second the arm bar is there and he finished the match. So if you want to learn arm bars, this is the man. So go ahead, Mica.
Thank you, Master. So just a pleasure to be you guys. And what I'm gonna show, it's not actually an armbar on itself. It's mostly a setup that I really love to work on. And if you watch my matches, you're gonna be seeing like very fast movements, and it might seem very hard to do. But I'm mostly focusing on one little step that it's impossible not to happen in the middle of the fight, which I always look for is the space and the gap between elbow, armpit, and body. The moment I see that space, I see an armbar occurring there, no matter where it is. So even if it's from the bottom, from the top, if it's standing, every single situation that I see that space, I can go and dive for an armbar. That's why it's very simple, and I think everybody can adapt it to your own game. Of course, there's many situations and many positions that you can be applying into a fight, but I'm gonna just show one situation where it's very easy to understand the concept and what I'm talking about, all right? So can you lay down, Marcelo, for a second? Imagine that we're just simply doing a pass here. If I were the guy on the bottom, I would be trying to do a mirror lock, but sometimes I'm the guy on the top. And I'm gonna show you now basically kind of like a defense, but also a setup for an armbar, which is like a very simple armbar, but has some concepts that I like to work on. So what I like to do when I'm passing, like let's say like when I'm doing a knee slide here, is, as I said before, I like to work on the space and the gap between elbow, armpit, and then body. If I can't find the space sometimes to go and dive for the underhook here and start grabbing the head to start the passing, I don't worry about it that much because I know even if my hand is inside here, I already have something to work on. So basically, I'm here passing. I don't find the space to go all the way in, but I see that my hand could go inside. If I have my hand inside, for me, it's something unbelievably good. So what I'm gonna do, my hand's facing down, now it's gonna be facing up. I want my palm to be on my same direction here. It's gonna be like facing me. And then now what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna grab his triceps because triceps, it slides. No-gi, when you're doing like something so slippery, and sometimes the guy's like, without a shirt, or he's like me with a shirt into the middle of the arm, and it's not always that you're gonna have someone wearing a long sleeve. So I always try to work with the general stuff, like okay, it's gonna work on a guy with shirtless, on a guy with a big shirt, or on a guy with a half one. So what I want to do is I'm gonna grab under the armpit here, you see, and over the shoulder, because here I'm gonna have basically one of the best locks ever. Even if Master tries to bring his arm back down, he's kind of like trapped.
That's interesting. Oh, that's incredible.
And then now what I'm gonna do to prevent him from removing the arm in front of my head here, I'm gonna now adjust my head and my shoulder and my chest together. What I'm gonna do, head and chest are gonna pop here on top of his arm. And then now even if he tries to go back, he's not able to. Even if he tries to circle his arm, I'm preventing and already setting up an attack here, even if he tries to. So I already have some options that can work from here. But what I'm gonna show, it's a setup for an armbar, kind of like spinning around his head here. So I have the lock, I have the arm here. I'm already trapping the arm to prevent him from circling or to removing the arm on the back. So what I'm gonna do now, I need to clear the space so that I can go and pass over his head. Not everyone has a flexibility to pass just the leg over the head and go to the other space. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna make it easy. How I'm gonna make it easy? I'm gonna push his head down to the lowest level possible. I'm gonna slide my knee a little bit to the outside, because if I try to go straight forward, I'm gonna basically limit my space and it's harder to move. So what I'm gonna do, outside. Outside, now you're gonna see my arm's gonna slide a little bit here to the inside, because here I have a very good lock. You see, even if he tries to face me or face the back of the mat, it's not possible because I'm creating a lock here with my elbow on top of his chest. See? Now what we're gonna do, I place it down. I'm gonna use my knee as a base, face him, my leg goes over his head, And then now we have basically the armbar set up. You see? My hat, I'm just gonna slide it over his head. I'm not going to stay up and then sit because I'm opening space. I don't want it. I want to have as much pressure as possible here when I'm doing the movement. And then we have the armbar set up here. One thing that I love to do is that when I have the armbar, I'm not going straight to stretch the arm. What I like to do is I like to control little by little. So I'm on the elbow. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to step up to the wrist. You see? Step up to wrist here. Wrist 1, 2, and then now my second hand, I go to the top of the hand here and grab the thumb. So I can finish the move and then do the armbar. All right?
One more time, Mica.
Yeah, sure. So I'm passing on the knee slide. I feel that sometimes I don't have enough space to go all the way in and get an underhook to start passing. So what I'm gonna do, just put my hand in here. Normally, if you're fighting, the guy's not gonna let you go because he knows he's gonna have a lot of hard times there and he's gonna feel the pressure in his face, and it's not everyone that likes to do it. So what you're gonna do, you have a hand, keep it here, and then now you're gonna switch. It was facing down, now it's gonna face up. I want it to be facing me. Goes and grab over the shoulder, bring it towards you, put your chest and your head close to it, and then now I have a lock. As soon as I have the lock, what I'm gonna do, elbow in. Elbow inside, now I have a very good lock.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a very good lock. Now I'm gonna push his head down so I can pass my leg over easier and I have nothing to block. My knee, remember, I can't go straight, otherwise I live in my movement. So what I'm gonna do, face outside, use my knee as a base, step. You see here I'm not having any difficulty because I'm using my knee as a base. Now, I'm just gonna sit, but not sitting, just staying up. I'm gonna sit, sliding my leg over his neck. As soon as I do this here, you see my leg's basically gonna be setting up on the armpit. You can keep it here if you want, it's up to you. Or you can circle it over the leg. Always be facing the legs, do not face the head, otherwise it's easy for the guy to start spinning the arm here and then escaping. Like, so pode começar a girar rapidinho pouquinho para lá. You see here, it's easy if you're facing the head. So if you're facing the legs here, if you try to do it,
What's that?
fazer aquele mesma coisa, o movimento que você fez agora. It's harder for him because I'm facing the legs, and then I'm gonna be able to fight it. So remember, one wrist, two wrist, and then I go to the top of his end. Do not grab solely only the finger because you're gonna get a penalty. Grab the whole hand on itself, all right? And then you're gonna lay down, pull the extremity of the arm, and then do the bridge that you learned when you're
I can just say here. So guys, I love these two details that Mica showed me here in the BJJ Fanatics camp. One about controlling the thumb. So every time he goes to the armbar, he controls the thumb, which is very interesting because now if I can turn my thumb, and normally I can escape the armbar. So if I cannot turn my thumb, I'm stuck. And the other thing, he never goes flat. As you can see, he always goes a little sideways. And that makes it really hard for anybody to escape from the armbar. So no, it's incredible how you're developing all these little details that makes the position like perfect. And guys, if you watch him competing, like he is the best armbar in the game nowadays. Like he's always catching everybody with armbars. You had one of the most beautiful submissions in the ADCC against Canute. Yeah. And guys, we just had Mica here teaching in the BJJ Fanatics camp in New Orleans. And he's an amazing instructor and has a bunch of instructional videos with us. He has one all about armbars. So make sure to check that out and learn directly from him. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.